What's the environmental impact of all that online shopping? Hi everyone, welcome to My Green Closet. Thanks to the internet, we have access to so many sustainable brands and products from around the world. But is it actually better for the environment to be ordering and shipping these products? There's two main areas I want to talk about when it comes to the environmental impact of shipping. First, all of the energy and pollution involved in moving the products, and then all of the packaging waste. And I also want to talk about some things you can do to reduce the shipping impact. Before we get into it, this video is in collaboration with No Issue, who makes compostable mailing bags to address the packaging waste problem. And their bags are made out of a corn-based polymer, which will biodegrade in your home compost in 6 months. This is really great because a lot of compostable plastics actually require an industrial compost facility, which many cities don't have. So this is a wonderful way to reduce shipping waste, and they also make biodegradable stickers and tissue paper. So first, let's talk about the energy and pollution involved in shipping. And unfortunately, there's no easy way to quantify this because it's going to vary drastically depending on where the item is coming from, its size and weight, and the mode of transportation. Flying something overseas, for example, has a much higher impact. However, products are being shipped everywhere all the time throughout their manufacturing process. And if you're buying it from a store, it had a whole journey to get there too. The big difference in the shipping impact with online shopping actually comes from what they call the last mile, which is the delivery van driving around to everyone's homes. And the argument in favor of online shopping is that you can have one vehicle driving one route instead of maybe 100 people driving to and from a store. And if that's a comparison, one person driving to the store to pick up something instead of ordering it online, then online shopping is actually better. However, situations are typically more complex. So you might have a person driving to the store and picking up a ton of things, or they might be taking the bus, or you might have somebody who misses their package and the package has to be driven around again. Also, with wanting to buy from sustainable and ethical brands, often those products aren't available at a store locally. It's impossible to find stats on what the impact comparison would be between ordering a garment from a sustainable brand versus buying a non-sustainable option locally, but if you consider the entire supply chain and manufacturing process of that piece, I would say that final shipping stage is a relatively small part of the total impact, and there are more important things to consider. Plus, there are ethical manufacturing issues to consider as well, and I think there is a ton of value in voting with your dollar and supporting brands that are working to improve the industry and that align with your values. But now let's talk about the packaging issue, because when you order something, it can come with excessive packaging and create a lot of waste. Typically, things are packaged in cardboard boxes or plastic bags, but often even when they're in cardboard boxes, there will still be plastic poly bags inside. With clothing, this is done to protect the garments from moisture, and even if you purchase the garment in a store, it very likely was shipped to the store in one of these plastic bags anyways. And I have a blog post more about these plastic poly bags and why they're often necessary for shipping in the fashion industry, and I will link that below. Anyways, both cardboard and plastic have pros and cons, but of course one of the big issues with plastic packaging is that it doesn't biodegrade. And that's why options like No Issue are so great, because they offer the protection of plastic while still being compostable. I think it's a good idea to ask brands how their products are shipped and encourage them to reduce their packaging. But if you are purchasing from sustainable brands, they should hopefully already be aware of their shipping and working to reduce their impact and waste. So overall, I do think it's better to order from and support an environmentally conscious brand than to purchase a non-sustainable version from a store. And there also are some easy things you can do to reduce your shipping footprint. First is to avoid multiple small orders by waiting and ordering everything all at once, or even better, order with friends and family to reduce the amount of packages sent. This will also save you money on shipping, and it also prevents you from buying things that you don't need, because typically brands entice you to do that by giving you free shipping after a certain price point. Next, choose regular instead of rush, expedited, or express shipping, because this allows them to wait for full loads instead of sending out half-empty shipments. Then, make sure the package can be successfully delivered. Postal services having to make multiple delivery attempts greatly increases the carbon footprint. When you're ordering, be sure to check the size guides, measure yourself, read reviews, or ask questions about the fit to minimize the need for returns. I have a video more about how to properly measure yourself and ensure good fit, which I will link up in the cards and down below. Next, avoid impulse shopping and only buy what you need so you're less likely to return it. And this can be difficult with online shopping because it's easy to do when you're bored or to use it as a distraction or to deal with stress or emotional issues. And I also have a video more about the psychology of shopping, which I will link. But it's really important to be critical of what you're buying and make sure it's something that you actually need and will use. And then ask for less packaging. I recently placed an order for some package-free soap, and this is how it came. And when I contacted the company about it, they said that a note can be placed on my file to avoid bubble wrap and plastic wrap. And while I think this should be the default for most brands, it is important to ask what it comes in so that you can hopefully avoid situations like this. Also, you can look for companies that use greener delivery services or carbon offset their shipping. And along with that, choose brands and companies that also use sustainable packaging. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear in the comments if you buy a lot of stuff online or if you're more of an in-person shopper. Also, if you are looking to shop from conscious brands, I have a huge directory over on my website, and I also have an ebook to guide you through the process of quitting fast fashion and finding more conscious brands that align with your style and values. Huge thanks to No Issue for sponsoring this video. If you are looking for sustainable mailers and shipping supplies, definitely check them out. Thank you for watching and for being patient with my videos. I know they haven't been coming out as frequently, but I have some really exciting stuff that I'm working on. And thank you so much to those of you supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.